Let's get on to the papers now, see what the headlines are across Nigeria. And I have with me some of my regulars to help us make sense of the headlines from across Nigeria today. I have Olade Rio here. Good to see you. Good morning.
Why are you greeting me first today?
You know,
there's no woman here.
No,
I'll give it to you.
No, the point there is we greet elders first.
You see,
no, you've always been.
Okay,
and then I have Obadi Akiwale here with me as well. Good morning. Good to see you. Great. Now let's begin with first news. First news is hired foreign militias terrorizing Nigeria as bandits. Niger governor cries out. Hired foreign militias terrorizing Nigeria as bandits. Niger governor cries out. And as Gumi tells federal government to engage bandits to secure schools. Gumi is telling federal government engage bandits to secure schools. Okay. If we have time, we'll look at this. Blueprint newspaper is next. Blueprint says Sani Bello's order to special squad comb the forest and free 136 kids abductees or kid abductees. All right, comb the forest and free 136 kid abductees. That's coming from Sani Bello's order to special squad in Niger State. Promises action against well-organized, coordinated bandits. And Amotekun has come to stay. Makinde, the governor of Oyo State, is saying this. All right. The Leadership newspaper. Leadership says search for PMB successor begins as APC stakeholders list criteria. Search for PMB successor begins as APC stakeholders list they list the criteria. All right. That's the Leadership newspaper. Daily Times is next. Daily Times says customs to impound unverified private jets. Customs to impound unverified private jets. All right, that's Daily Times. From there, let's go to the National Economy. National Economy says Nigeria headed for famine as food costs spiral out of control. Nigeria headed for famine as food costs spiral out of control. That's the National Economy. From there, let's go to the Nigerian Tribune. Nigerian Tribune is focused on Haiti. Nigeria made $400 billion from petroleum sector in 10 years. $400 billion. Not naira. Dollars from petroleum sector in 10 years. A court slams 82 billion naira damages against Mobil NNPC over oil spillage. All right, all that on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune. Okay, Daily Trust is next. Daily Trust says 774,000 jobs. Federal government directs banks to pay participants. 774,000 jobs. Federal government directs banks to pay participants. Okay, that's Daily Trust. From there, the Guardian newspaper. Guardian is next. And Guardian says Nigeria faces import crisis as reserves hit 13-month low. Nigeria faces import crisis as reserves hit 13-month low. Reserves fall behind South Africa, Egypt, Morocco, Libya. Contract crude swap robbing economy of rising crude gains and low confidence worsening investment outlook. All right, all that on the front page of the Guardian newspaper. The Punch is next. Punch says is focusing on bandits, herdsmen, farm occupation. Insecurity grounds CBN borrowers. Farmers say loan repayment difficult. Insecurity grounds CBN borrowers and farmers say loan repayment is difficult. All right. I was kidnapped for a month. My crop destroyed. I don't know how to pay CBN the loan. The farmer is revealing this. We can't support farmers with uninsured ABP loans, said the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. It's really a very tight situation for the farmers there and the whole scheme. From there, let's go to the Nigerian News Direct. APC may face challenges after Buhari's exit in 2023. Lawan is saying this. It's a statement credited to the Senate President. Advises party leaders to divest power to youths. APC may face challenges after Buhari's exit in 2023. Advises party leaders divest power to the youth. Okay, that's News Direct. This day is next. This day says projects, appointments guided by equity inclusiveness, says Buhari. Projects, appointments guided by equity inclusiveness, says Buhari. Vows to prosecute criminals terrorizing Nigeria. Okay, that's this day. Daily Sun is next. Daily Sun says Buhari and Afenifere Ohaneze clash over appointments. My actions, policies, fair, inclusive, says the president. It's not true. Groups are saying this, as well as the Middle Belt Forum. Okay, that's Daily Sun. The Vanguard is the last one we're looking at now. Nothing to restructure. Angry senior advocates of Nigeria, elders battle Buhari. Without restructuring, Nigeria will disintegrate. Edwin Clark is saying this. Apologize to Nigerians. Disown statement on restructuring. Okun tells Buhari. I wish Buhari hadn't said that. Osigwe is saying this. He should remember 2015 campaign promises. Daramola is saying this. Confederation, not true federalism. Benny is saying this. How to save Nigeria. Agbakoba is revealing this. And Ozekome Quicker speak. All right. These are all voices and opinions following the statement by the president that there is nothing to restructure in Nigeria. Wow. We'll certainly be talking about that as we get along. But let's start with the security issues right here. First News says, hired foreign militias terrorizing Nigeria as bandits. And Niger governor cries out on this. But Sheikh Gumi, respected Islamic cleric, is saying that, well, federal government, you need to engage these bandits so that your schools can be safe. All right, Obani, let me start with you on this. I wonder how this comes to you as we read this headlines this way, especially this one.
There are two schools of thought from my own view. Okay. One will remain unpopular, and no apologies for that. And why I say will remain unpopular is that I used to say this proverb that they said the man with the hunchback, that your load is not straight. And the man said, you are looking at me from the top. You don't know that I carry a load behind me that will not allow me to stand straight. We started this negotiation with people the day we started to grant amnesty to Niger debtors. And that's the sad truth. And what you find out now is that when President Goodluck Jonathan, when Obasanjo was there, until he pronounced that if they see any OPC member carrying AK-47, shoot him at sight. Southwest was turning to what we practically see that is happening in Northwest now. And when President Yar'Adua was there, on the President Yar'Adua vis-a-vis President Jonathan granted amnesty to the Niger Delta, there's a bit of calmness in that area. And that was the same thing that was followed up by President Muhammadu Buhari. And if you also look at the trend, all of a sudden the Boko Haram thing continued to expand, and there was thinking that the Northeast is not well developed. And the National Assembly, in their own wisdom, passed another committee called Northeast Development Commission. Now, if you look at the way the bandit is going now, it's running around the entire Northwest. So what you find out very soon is that there is no grazing route, there is no way to run, there is no enough feed. We need a Northwest Commission. And that is why the likes of Gumi will have temerity to tell the government to come and sit down with criminals. So, and again...
he has said those people shouldn't be called criminals.
They are criminals. What is the definition of somebody committing crime? And again, the other side that, which I would say will not remain popular again, is the issue of what you read in the paper that they're asking for restructuring. Sincerely, I will remain unpopular, and I'll keep saying it, that what is this restructuring when the state government has refused to allow the third tier of government to function effectively? Security all over the world is local. You can't ask a damn baba from Sokoto to come to Ketu to come and police Ketu and started getting what he is, no matter how intelligent he is. And what is even intelligence? Intelligence is also of information from people around. So when we talk about this level of insecurity, what it shows clearly that the last tier of government has completely been scrabbled. Then again, sometimes you don't pray to have a military government, you pray to have this thing. You remember the issue of Decree 2 and Decree 4 of 1984 by Buhari that says military council, we have the overriding interest to punish anybody that they felt and blah, 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 or anybody that publish anything will be jailed or put to pay 10,000 in 1984, thereabout. In a country where everybody just go to any platform and say, negotiate with criminals, in a country where everybody just say, I want to do this, I want to do that, the freedom, as if what we are sitting on in this country is gunpowder. And it's no longer exploding. They already put water in it, so it's already boiling. So when you have a government that says, oh, we want to pamper this thing, we want to negotiate with them, we will pay this one, and the same government, look at what happened in Kebbi. When that thing happened in Kebbi, the military go on rampage, they were able to neutralize about 80. So what happened in Niger that for a number of months, for a number of days, is it because these Niger people are not from Chibok, that nobody is shouting about these kids that have been kidnapped? Is it that the government is afraid to find out how is Gumi being, or government don't have intelligence to find out how Gumi is able to identify that we have over 100,000 in the bush, and every day you have chopper, you have everything flying in those forests, and when we neutralize this number, we capture this number, and every day we have this. So if you want to go on full collateral damage on the entire northeast forest, let's go. See what Gideon wrote in his on his page. He said the only time we could be able to conquer these criminals is for government or the military to have thorough bombardment from all sides, and until we do this, we are just terrorizing these criminals.
A lot of people will certainly kick against the issue of just a bombardment where there's going to be collateral damage and all of that. But Ladinde, what do you make of this? The governor of Niger State is saying that people there are foreign
for a governor to come out and say that, it's only confirming what we already knew. We were here when the borders were declared open for foreigners to come in, and that when they got in, they should be registered, meaning they automatically became Nigerians. Now, the access that those ones were given gave room to criminals, bandits, and all manner of renegades to come into Nigeria. Perhaps the governor was sleeping and just waking up to that reality. And of course, his state is being badly hit so suddenly. The question you want to ask yourself is, what is the way out of all of this mess? Because every day you tune to your radio, what you get to know is bad news. When you see television, it's the same thing. Newspaper, I don't even read again. You see, because you always come up feeling dejected, frustrated, and if care is not taken, one might go into depression. And I cannot see real action that will terminate all of this crisis. It's a shame that a man like Gumi has the temerity to advise government to hire bandits. It's like saying we should go and hire identified armed robbers to secure a city or an asset. In the first place, the schools were secure. There were no issues until banditry came. Kidnappers now started attacking the schools. So when we hire the bandits, who are they protecting the schools against? God bless you. So we're not going to hire them and be expending our very scarce resources to maintain them. Won't they become warlords with time? Because they will have money and access to more ammunition and weapons. That is reverse thinking. I don't know why the man is still on the street. He has said enough to convince us that he has direct access, information, and good linkage with bandits.
Yeah, but he has been trying to.
Let me tell you, for all that he has been
negotiate
saying,
to ensure there is peace.
How helpful has he been? How beneficial, all his pronouncements have they been? These are the fundamental questions we must be asking ourselves, and it's very painful. Because he comes and he boldly says these things, and it's like throwing a fleece, and then we start running after that.
Sorry, Mike.
The next day comes again, he says something else. How do you say we should go and hire bandits to protect schools? Who brought insecurity to schools in the first place? Was it not bandits? Sorry. And when they decided for Boko Haram, what it meant is Western education is haram Okay? Now, when they started forgiving them and releasing them into the community, some going abroad for training, some joining the army, we said it. That is a great mistake. Nobody does that. And then from a humanitarian point of view, the victims of Boko Haram attacks were neglected. Then the IDP camps wasting away, breeding future criminals. Okay, because every time they are getting pregnant, they are having children who have not gone to school, no skill learned. They will grow to become tomorrow's problem. Now, with the attack on schools, nobody needs to be told that these are extension of Boko Haram activities. Call them kidnappers, call them bandits, call them hoodlums. The goal is certain. The focus is certain. Make schools working. So I don't know, and they are winning across the states.
All right.
If I can really rub this in quickly.
Yes.
See, like I said, we are just chasing this issue from the face. If you look at the allegation by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu against Asari Dokubo, what you call him, he said, ordinary pipeline police. This is how Niger Delta started the agitation, and what did the government do to them? They asked the big boys in Niger Delta to become billionaires because they said they should do pipeline surveillance. What did President Jonathan do in 2016? When the OPC was doing this, he gave Ghanaian Dams a contract of 1.6 billion to manage all the pipeline in the southwest. So, what is Niger Delta? What is Asari Dokubos of this world, Tompolos of this world, managing Niger Delta? The pipelines. Who were the one buzzing the pipelines? They are boys. When they will have issues of the corridor and what have you, OPC was asked to take over the pipeline. Who was buzzing those pipelines those days? They are boys. Now, that's why I'm saying that anytime we have issues like this and government begin to negotiate, so what they are saying is we have history. So if these people can create trouble and you can employ them to manage the trouble, let us also be part of the national cake. And that's exactly what is happening. And like he mentioned, it is only like 1 million officers. I even said in one of the videos, he said, a Boko Haram can become a president tomorrow.
Oh, yes.
You have a Boko Haram that you retrieve, you said he is now born again, and you push him. And the man that he killed has his children, his family. So, and that's why I'm saying that sometimes if dialogue do not work, if a judge is not working with these criminals, go on full force with them. Otherwise, you will negotiate with these people. They will become security. And what happened again at the North Central? You see another group of people coming up and said their land has been overgrazed. There is no farm for them again, and that's why they are fighting. Let them also be securing the government facilities in their state. So it's just job for the boy. Government has to be decisive on these criminals once and for all. And again, is against this government abdicating responsibility when it says there are foreigners coming into their state and they are the one perpetrating this evil. Are there no foreigners in Lagos? Are all foreigners perpetrating evil? So you identify that they are foreigners. What have you done to stop them? What have you done to account for everybody within your state? Then the money you collect as security vote every year, where is this being spent on? Are the local government chairman, the local government councillors accountable for their responsibility in the local government? Why should states where there is no security or there is no local government chairman? For example, you have some in Borno State, some senators or House of Rep that have never for once entered their ward, and yet they are in Abuja 5 years, 8 years, collecting salary every month. These are things that will continue because you know that either I go to my constituency or I don't go to my constituency, I will collect my money. So it's just money for the boys. And government has to be decisive about these things. Once a state becomes ungovernable, you're unable to manage your state, let's declare full military on those areas until we recover peace and sanity in those areas and everybody go back to their normal life. But if you do this again, they will ask for Northwest Development Commission, Southwest Development Commission will come. And after that, you will do another SWDC. Because that's what's going to continue to happen. Then you have Ministry of Southwest, you have Ministry of Southeast. That's why look at what happened to ESN. ESN started with, IPOP started with, we want this team. All of a sudden, IPOP created ESN. Now, what is the Southeast governor said? They are going to now talk to the ESN and the IPOP. You can see the pattern. So it's a pattern that government needs to. And what are you going to tell the guys? Relax. What do you want? Okay, he said, we are unable to form it. So all those boys that have turned to terrorists in the bush, they recruit them back to Ebubeagu and start paying them. And don't forget, somebody is the one managing all those boys. So Gumi technically is like the Tompolos or the Ghanaian Dams of this world in this part. So he's also going to be the liaison officer and he's going to be the one in charge of school monitoring security agencies for the Northwest or for the North Central, as the case may be.
All right, I'll take that as your opinion. Yes.
To climb on his back, with the way we are now, it is possible to vote a Boko Haram fighter as president.
Absolutely.
Let it not happen that because they are in the military now, simultaneously, we have them heading the Navy, Army, and the Air Force. It's frightening, but it's possible.
The point is, I like the words too, because that imagination, I like to qualify.
It's highly possible.
It's a change person.
They've been released.
Yes.
They've been released into those organizations,
And they are now helping the military. Yes.
So and there's nothing is hindering them from getting to the top. And that is see, we cannot continue hugging our problems.
Yeah, but the point is,
ourselves.
but in a situation where the person is totally and actually repentant or genuinely repentant.
Mike, let me tell you, we're not talking of people who became what they were by chance. Ideologically, they've been so schooled and brainwashed. Their thinking has been tampered with. They reason in a particular way that is not in consonance with the normal human thinking. Okay, when you control a man's mind, you have controlled the man, and these are people you think overnight. Oh, you can debrief them and wash away all the elements of terrorism that has been so ingrained in their system, and say go home and sin no more. It doesn't work that way. Go and read the history of terrorism all over the world. Never has it been done elsewhere, and that is why we began with Boko Haram only. Today, we have hoodlums, we have kidnappers, we have bandits, cattle rustlers. And then there are those who just kill for nothing. They just invade communities, kill people and go away. Haven't you heard that? I mean, so it's not going to get better. The entire north is in huge crisis. And let me tell you, if nothing is done to stop this forthwith, nowhere will be safe in Nigeria.
Nowhere
anywhere from now. And that's the truth. Because virtually all the young boys in the north are in the southwest. Some are roaming around, some are riding Okada, some are cutting nails and doing all manner of odd jobs that will not take them anywhere. And if they grow older, get married in this place, they have more responsibility. There is no way their sustainability will not be linked to criminal activities.
Yeah, but the point there is, if they're Nigerians, they have the right to reside
I'm not
anywhere.
saying they can't stay here.
Even in your house, they have right to live. Yeah, they are Nigerians. Yes, exactly.
But I'm saying,
they are Nigerians.
The responsibility must go along with all of this living there. Nobody is saying no. But the question is, what meaningful contribution are they making to the socio-economic development of where they are living? That's the question.
Yeah, but the point there is that is just
and that right is no sacrosanct.
Yeah, but that is just a social question as to whether they can be engaged, because when the constitution was granting that right to Nigerians, it didn't specify
the framers of the constitution
must contribute. The only thing is that you have to obey
of the constitution. They never in their wildest imagination would think that this will be possible. And let me also ask a question. Why is it that only boys are sent down south? Are there no female
I just want to add this. I want to add this so that when we talk about this absolute freedom, I'm putting this to you, Mike. Can you pack your bag tomorrow and go and be staying at Villa? Because you have freedom of movement. So why is it that you see that this is strict military zone, or perhaps you have freedom of movement and you go to Alausa and say you want to be staying in front of governor's office? So when we say this freedom, people can stay anywhere. Can you stay on top of my nose? You cannot. So when we talk about this freedom, you see, you said the responsibility of every government, not Buhari alone. Sanwo-Olu, to my local government chairman, is life and property safety and the welfare of his people. So when we talk about this absolute security, why is it that I cannot come and stay in your house and say it's a Nigerian land, there is no government, and see, like you mentioned, we're saying that in the southwest it is not safe. Just 2 days ago, a man came to my area gate and was asking my security certain details, and the man was saying this is after 11, they have gone to bed. You know what the guy did? He shot our security just by the close here. So what are we saying? See, everywhere is tensed. Very early in the morning, 7, 8 a.m., 9 a.m. along this street now, people will carry cutlass and collect your phone, collect your money. You dare not struggle with them. So if we're not, this thing we are sitting on that we are all smiling, we are laughing, We are not sitting on time bomb. We are already sitting on burning bomb. And if we are not careful, it will consume all of us if decisive actions are not being taken. Yes, kudos to the government buying military equipment, but Abba Kyari told us today, he said Nigeria has 700 people to 1 police officer. Is that a country you want to secure?
Okay,
and when you we have a variety of videos that government
we have to round up now.
Some videos on YouTube.
We need to round up.
Where police vehicles and military vehicles were being used to guide cows. And I was wondering, we do not have enough policemen to guarantee human security, but some people in their own wisdom could allocate or attach military and police vehicles and men to go and begin to protect animals.
Maybe it was a circumstance.
They have freedom of movement too. They also registered.
We need to round it up here. Olade Indario, thank you so much for coming on the program.
Pleasure.
Thank you very much. Obani Akinwale, thank you for coming.
Pleasure being here.
Thank you. Right.